Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joby in case you don't know, and I'm an up and coming artist that is out here trying to make a name for herself. But there's apparently like no artist for dummies or something like that, so I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go along. Hence the series Journey with Joby, because we're journeying together. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, see? Boom. Let me grab my mic. Hold on. Okay, so what's been on my mind this week is basically making the best at what you have, which is something that I've had to learn how to do this whole journey. And I think it's going to be something I continue to have to apply and just learn how to do just on different levels. I don't know if you can tell, I'm not signed to a major label. I don't have a bunch of resources. So I'm basically like doing it by myself. I don't know. I just kind of got to this place where I'm like, I'm just going to start. I'm just going to make the best with what I have. What do I have? I have the internet. I have YouTube. I have Instagram. I have TikTok. I have all these different places where I can at least start to grow a following while I start to figure this stuff out. I knew how to play, some basic / intermediate kind of guitar. Nothing crazy, and I have a basic understanding of how like this particular instrument works, so I just decided, let me just go from there. So I started to get better. I started to practice strumming. I started to practice chord shapes. I started to practice switching between chords to make the song flow better. I started practicing songwriting. I used to do poetry growing up anyway. So then I just kind of like was like, well, why don't I like try to make a song? And then boom, started practicing songwriting more and more and more. Just doing the best of what I can. And now I feel like I'm in a position where I feel like I've definitely grown from where I've started. Don't get me wrong. Like, I know I have this guitar and, I love Fendi. She's beautiful. She's been very good to me. But at the same time, like, would I consider myself a guitarist? Not exactly. I feel like I know my way around it somewhat, kind of, sort of, but I'm not like a professional. But that just ties back into my original point, making the best with what I have. To be honest with you, when I started guitar, I knew 4 chords. And really, to make a basic song, all you need is like 3 or 4 chords. Let me stop. Sometimes all you need to make a song is two chords. So I learned some of the most basic chords you can learn on guitar. And then I started adding on to those. Threw a little bar chord in there, learned F. My little tiny fingers and tiny hands kind of struggle with that, but I'm doing my best. And and with the little bit of chords that I know, I've been able to make some, in my opinion, I mean, I like my art. It makes me feel good. I think I've been able to make some pretty good songs that I enjoy, and hopefully, as I continue to grow, I'll be able to refine the craft and hopefully other people will enjoy them as well. Also, this little buddy right here, that's my best friend. You see that? That's my best friend. Capo? Yeah. The capo is my best friend. Why? Because if a song is too low, all I have to do is slide this little sucker up the fretboard. Boom. It's all of a sudden a little bit higher and I keep the same chord shape. Boom. I can still play like the song. It's obviously in a different key because when you move the capo up the fretboard, it changes the key that you're playing in or whatever, but that chord shape is still the same. So it makes it easier to be able to play songs that suit my vocal range a little bit better. Boom, making the best with what I know. Now, obviously, if I knew scales and all this other stuff, then I may very well be able to keep the capo right here if the song is originally here, and instead of having to make it go higher, I really could just like play it like up here or something like that if I knew what those chord shapes were, but I don't. So this is my best friend, the capo. Also, like, tying into like making the best of what I have, I don't know how to mix my voice, but you know what I do know how to do? I know how to put a little reverb on that mug, make it sound, you know what I'm saying? Just a little razzle dazzle. I know how to do that. So I do a little bit of that, and I'm learning how to figure that stuff out. And you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to release music that doesn't sound like it came out of Atlantic Records. Because everybody has to freaking start from somewhere, dude, So I'm starting, or I have started, and I'm not where I'm going to be, but I know like I'm going to get there eventually. Make the best of what you have, man. Because if you're so focused on what you don't have, you'll never start. Or you'll start and become discouraged and quit. And we don't do that around these parts. Not when you're journeying with Joby. We don't quit. We figure it out. You don't got to get the most expensive guitar. Fendi, my little baby right here, $300. And I know, girl, I know that's a lot of money because before I got Fendi, I had 2 guitars beforehand, and they were both very cheap guitars, like probably $150. And guess what? I learned chord shapes on those guitars that would never be in tune and sounded like cardboard boxes. And then I applied that knowledge to I have a Mitchell at home that I got before Fendi. And now to this guitar, you know, none of it is gone. None of it has been wasted. I didn't have to wait for me to get my Fender for me to, you know, for me to start. So you don't either. Okay. I'm not going to pretend like I know everything, because the reality is I don't. But at the same time, like, knowing that, I'm even more excited to grow and move with what I have so that I can find my mistakes, correct them, and continue to do better. And that's what all of us should be doing, you know, as artists, as human beings, period. Not this turning into a therapy session or life lesson session or whatever, but girl, you know what I mean. So make the best of what you got, and eventually it will grow. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you got something from it. Hopefully you learned something from it. I would really love if you went to go listen to my song together again. It is literally like on my channel. Like, I'm gonna put it somewhere here on the screen, somewhere around here. I'm gonna put it. So yeah, go watch together again, or listen to it. Give me your thoughts, give me your feedback, you know, just interact with me. Let me know what y'all think. And thank you for watching. Joby, y'all already know what it is. Signing out. Girl, I can't go down this time because I'm sitting on stairs, but we just gonna fade out. Okay, bye.